Howdy folks, welcome to today's song. Today, well, we're going to be getting some pigeons. And, well, I don't have my hat on. I just sat down, just got back home from school. Fixed me some turkey sandwiches. Gonna watch me a little flare here. They're shooting iguanas right now. And, so today, the objective is to get the net off the pigeon cage. And possibly get all the nesting boxes out. Because I built one, and we're going to be putting that in there. So let's go ahead and get to that. All right, Joe, well, let's just say this is a mess. So we're going to get all this net off of here, and then we'll figure out some other things. All right, y'all, well, we just got the whole top layer removed. Now we're going to need, let's say, 5 or 6 boards like are on top. So I'm going to go get a measuring tape, and we're going to do some measurements real quick. All right, y'all, so we got that done. I got the boards measured. But first of all, we need to get this figured out. So this thing is too tall for my cage, and I think I can deal with that, but got to figure out how I'm gonna get it over here first. We're gonna have to figure out some things, but I think it'll work. But let me do some figuring, and we'll figure it out. All right, y'all, this thing's way too heavy. I'm gonna have to wobble it all the way over there, but we'll get it. All right, y'all, well, we're out here working on the pigeon cage still, and well, it's nighttime now. I had to go out and do some things. So now I'm back at it, and well, so let me show y'all my progress. All right, y'all, so we got chicken wire across this. I'm gonna put some staples in this so they don't get on top of it and get smashed or something and die. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna have to work on these sides a little bit because I don't know, but I think a pigeon probably can get through that. So I might just put them together like that so they really can't. And so now we got this. But I don't know if a pigeon's going to get through this. I don't think it will. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 boards and put them on top of each other and put a screw through it and pull them together so it holds the wire on there good and there's no gaps in between. So let's do that. And then I'll pick y'all back up. All right, y'all. We got a lot done here in the past few minutes, so let me show y'all. All right, y'all. So we got this dugout here just so the water started up there so the water runs down right through here. And, well, of course, we could have done a little bit better, but just a quick little run through, and a little water area right down through there. I'm gonna go ahead and get all this up too, sooner or later, probably not today. But now the next thing we're gonna work on is getting the fronts on these so we can put straw in it. And I have 2 fronts made, and I gotta make 3 more. So let's go ahead and get to that. All right, y'all, well, I got this thing straight up a whole lot more. That was really bothering me. But that looks a whole lot better. All right, y'all. I'm not going to say I'm any professional. As y'all can tell, my boxes aren't straight. The boards aren't straight. I'm trying my best here, y'all. This, yeah, that, I don't know. That just kind of went on there sideways. But either way, we're, let's go over to the sawmill, and we're going to get some boards to put down here. And, yeah, so let's go do that. All right, y'all. Well, simple things have to be fixed first. Y'all see that handle? That right there has been broke for like 2 years now. When I used to have my other birds, and this thing would break every day, and it'd make me so mad. But hey, I fixed it. And then when I opened it, I realized we still have a whole bag of corn. So. All right, y'all. Well, sadly, I didn't see any pigeons in there. Not sure what happened there. But well, we got two boards here. They're about 98 inches, right around 98. So we're gonna have to get 3 out of them. We're gonna have to use those boards. Because I'm gonna need about 140 some inches of board, and yeah, so we're gonna end up just using all. All right, y'all. Well, I got these things marked here, and now we're gonna go ahead and cut them, and then we'll get them nailed up on the thing. All right, y'all. Well, we just got all this finished up here, and well, there we go. Next step is for these, take that straw and get in here. So let's do that. All right, y'all. I only had enough straw to do these for now. We'll get straw and put in here and all. But as you can tell, I didn't quite have enough to do that. So that's good enough. And another thing we're going to do is I might have to find some wire. But we're going to take a pipe and run in here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This big PVC pipe here. We're going to hang that up in there. Because I know I'm going to have quite a few feral birds. And they love to nest in these. So it works for me. All right, so well, I got this here on the back. And I don't know how much this will actually help. But I think if they're just walking around, It's got to slow them down some if they can't get out these holes. Same thing on this side, same thing on the outside. And, well, I believe we're mostly done. I mean, there's not much more to do, y'all. All right, y'all, well, got a little bit more done here. And, well, I got these pipes up. And, well, hopefully this will be good for the birds. I put 2 up. I made 3, but only have room for 2. I could put them out here, but rain's going to get them and everything else. So there's no real reason to. So we got 2 up here. Like I said, I need to get some more straw. And, well, that's really all I need to do. I got to put the pans and the feed and stuff in here. But other than that, there's not much to do. All right, y'all, well, there was one little hole right here. And, well, as y'all can tell, the wires, like, popped off. I'm not sure what that was about. But I had some other extra wire laying around, so I doubled that right there. And, well, I can tighten it down a little bit more. Only with so much. And, well, there we go. Got that hole fixed, and that should be all the holes. I fixed that one. And, all the sides should be locked down fairly tight. And, well, I guess the only thing to do now is, oh, I got these in here too. And there's something else I wanted to do, but I can't remember. Well, I reckon, y'all, there's not too much more to do. Really just get some straw and get some pigeons. I'm going to go over here tonight and try to shoot some pigeons, see if they're in the barn. I got to get all these tools up and all that. And, yeah, so I reckon there's a little bit more work I'm going to do to it. I'm going to put some little things in little pieces of wood. I just figured it'd be better to turn it around and do this, y'all. I'm going to put some little pieces of wood here so they can walk on it and have places to land other than in there. Same thing in the corner. Actually, there's one more thing I do want to. I want to put a board right in the corner so they can't go behind that so easily. And then I'm going to staple this, and I'm going to spray paint certain places on this so it doesn't rot as easily. And same thing with these pieces of wood. I'm going to spray paint them so they don't rot super easily. And y'all let me know in the comments down below. Should I spray paint these to keep them warmer inside? I don't know if that'll help or hurt the birds, but y'all let me know in the comments down below. But, yeah, so we should be good to go. No freaking way. There's the white one. It's the only one in here. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. There's the white one. All right, gentlemen. We have some good up and coming birds. We'll get them in a few weeks, but here we go. That's something to start with. All right, y'all, what we put Mother Nature to work here. We cut this one little sapling down and we used it as little setting places for the birds. And this will be right here, will be good to keep them shaded here. I was going to use these, but, well, that didn't quite work out. So I ended up just going to cut a sapling down and use them. And I might cut a few more for the corners. I put one in that corner. I don't really like it, so I'm probably just not going to put anything in there. But I put those on top of each other. I don't know how good that's going to work. I'm probably going to end up hanging that in here somewhere, but we'll figure that out sooner or later. Well, finally got everything finished up in here in the pigeon cage. And, well, got that. Got leaves, got straw, got pine needles, got sand, got bowls, got big bowls, got buckets, got this, got ground nest. I got everything. As y'all could tell, I am set up and ready for pigeons. And, well, last thing we're going to do is work on a breeding box. And that's another video, so I'm going to go ahead and start working on that again. I'll pick y'all back up sometime. All right, y'all, up. It's about a week later. And, actually, yeah, it is a week later. And we're going to head out to the farm again tonight and see if we can catch the pigeons. So hopefully it all works out and we can get some caught. So I'm thinking tonight we're going to get at least 2. I'm really hoping. I think the squeakers, I gave them enough time. They should be ready to grab. But remember last time I regret not having the net. There it is. So I'm going to try to fix the net up so we can have that tonight. And I'm just going to get that fixed and then we'll go on to the farm. All right, y'all, I took my time here and I put some wire in there and I put a nail through it. And, well, I really took my time working on the net this time. Last time I just duct taped it on here. And, well, let's just say it didn't work. But this time, took some time, and I got it on there good. So I think we ought to catch tonight. I really hope so anyway. All right, y'all, I wonder what they say about me. If somebody put me in a newspaper on a police report. There's a boy walking down the street with an orange hat, a light, a camera. a net, a bucket, and a 22. I wonder what they would think about me on a police reporter in the newspaper. Look out for your fellow neighbor. Squirrely outdoors. I could see that now, y'all. Yeah, everybody in the neighborhood knows me. I'm always walking up and down the street at nighttime. But hey, gotta do what you gotta do. Man, I made that whole video and thought I was doing good. I wasn't. I only see one catchable bird in this barn, so hopefully we can get him. I'm gonna set my net up. Man, you're pretty. Dude, there's a white bird up here, y'all. And then, well, I don't know how to get them down. I'm gonna tuck my shirt in, y'all. I'm gonna put them inside my shirt. Look at this one, y'all. And this one's just a pigeon, but look at that one. He is a beaut. Look at that, man. That is awesome. Dang. I know the squeakers, but they're old enough, I think. Alright, y'all, well, y'all know how I was speaking about needed a dark night. Tonight there's no moon, it's super dark. Well, let's just say it paid off big time. I caught 5 birds tonight. My hand wasn't messed up, I'm sure I could have caught some more. But my hand is hurting me quite bad. But that's besides the point. Pretty sure my finger's broke. Well, that's not a real good thing, but we got pigeons, so all that matters. But now I'm gonna get home before they bust open this bucket and get out. All right, y'all, well, moment of truth, here we go. Let's do this, boys and girls. Let's turn them loose. Whatever, she knocked the top off of that. Oh, well. Now this bird's walking on my phone. Well, that one learned it could fly. There's another bird in here somewhere. I'm scared they're gonna get out, but we're gonna have to. I'm gonna watch them for a few and see if I find any holes, if they find any holes or anything like that. And a little, I'm sorry, a little squeaky here on the ground. And we'll see how this turns out. All right, y'all, well, it appears as if they're acclimating pretty good. They don't really know what's going on. And we got the squeakers over here. They're just kind of squeaking around. You'll see I always got the thumbs up here. That's not good, but this is a freaking beaut. Look at this little dude. He's a beast. But look, he's so pretty. Yeah, buddy. What you doing? Look at his wings and his chest. Man, you were one pretty bird. I'd love for him to live a little longer and flying, and I could have killed him. But y'all know, he works as a pet too. Ow, bird, you hit my hand. All right, y'all. Well, reckon we'll see if we still got them tomorrow. Yes, they're still alive. Oh, that side's much prettier. Had to grab a quick thumbnail. This guy's beautiful. Oh, they hide everywhere I don't want them to. I don't know where the other one went. They were stuffed in there. I've seen them. I thought they were dead. That's what I figured, but it doesn't appear as if they were. All right, y'all. Well, that's what we caught last night. So two blue, well, one got a little bit of white flights in it, and then just a blue bar and a blue check. And then here we caught a beautiful baby pigeon, and then just a blue check squeaker, and they hit my thumb. That didn't feel real good. But yeah, they're up in there. I put them up in there so they'll be off the ground, and if they want to, they can get down. They you could tell where they ate some. I checked the crop, see if they'd ate any, and they had ate some, so that's good. That's what I was worried about. I didn't know how much they'd better eat, but looks like they did good. All right, y'all, this makes me feel much better. See the squeakers? They're up in there. So that makes me feel better because I was very scared the squeakers were not going to survive. And, well, I hate to be like this, but if the one died, I wouldn't be that mad. But if the white one died, I'd be really mad. And which that one probably end up dying for some silly reason, how it normally works. But makes me feel better because I think they can withstand a little bit better and they know how to get around. Can't quite fly yet, but I know they can eat, so that's all good. But I'm happy about that, y'all. All right, y'all. I hope you liked today's video, and sorry to end it like this, but we have a lot more videos coming out on these pigeons, hopefully soon. I'm really behind on videos. I'm really working on hunting videos as of right now, but I like to mix it up a little bit and try to throw some pigeon videos and stuff like that in there. But y'all got to let me know in the comments down below. What would y'all rather see? Hunting, fishing, trapping, catch, clean, cooks, cooking, anything under the sun, let me know. And I'll try to make videos on it. But either way, today I think we caught a couple pigeons. I don't remember exactly how many. But I will say, those babies we caught, they're flying, they live, they're doing good. And hopefully there'll be some new babies here in a couple weeks. We have eggs. That will be a whole nother video. But either way, let me know in the comments down below if y'all like this video. And if not, well, I guess let me know too. But either way, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.